Happy Tuesday, everybody. Once again, it's your boy SQ, that DJ Dollar. I'm flying solo today. My partner claimed she wasn't feeling well, said she needed to stay home and get some rest from her vacation. I guess she had too much fun out there with her husband. They went somewhere and spent a whole lot of money and left me here by myself to hold it down. So I'm going to try to do my best to hold it down out there, Tampa. So y'all go ahead and sit back and relax. You got your boy for the next hour. Once again, SQ, that DJ Dollar here. And I got a couple things that I kind of want to talk about. I got a couple things on my mind that I kind of want to address. One of them is old, and a couple of them are new. So I'm going to start with the old one just because I feel as though it's a perspective that I haven't seen addressed yet. And it has to do with the world's most famous slap ever with Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars last year. And since then, Chris Rock has done his special, and it's on Netflix. It was live. I thought it was awesome. So first of all, if you don't know, Will Smith walked on stage. Let's go back. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada. Will Smith walked on stage, slapped him. Chris Rock did nothing back. First off, let me start here. The joke. The joke he made was about the movie G.I. Jane. First, he compared Jada's hair, because she didn't have hair, and which honestly, I didn't know either. She has some hair, she has some illness where her hair goes away. I'm just leaving it like that because that's all I know. He made a reference to her being the new G.I. Jane movie, right? Will was laughing. Jada didn't laugh. Pause right there. I actually thought that, one, the joke was funny, but two, I thought he was paying her an actual, legit, authentic compliment. Let's take a look at G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane was a movie when, I can't think of her name right now, but she had the real famous cover when she was pregnant. She went to the army, had to get her hair cut off, and she went through the army. And it was a uplifting, a woman's empowerment movie. I really took it as he was saying, hey, Jada, round two, G.I. Jane, this time starring a black girl. Maybe she don't go to the army. Maybe she goes to the Navy, or maybe she goes to the Air Force or Coast Guard. Maybe she goes to a different branch. I really, really thought that Chris Rock was paying her an actual compliment. I did not take it to be an insult that other people did. Well, the insult that Jada did, and I guess that's all that matters. Number two, I didn't know Jada had an illness that made her hair come off. I thought she was just Jada. Like, she'd been doing stuff with her hair her whole life. Like, I mean, her hair's been short most of her life, most of her career from what I remember. So I definitely didn't see that as like a issue or something worth getting mad over. I genuinely thought that it was he was paying her a compliment. I did. You might call me whatever, but I did. Hi, Nick. I see you, Nick. How you doing, brother? Once again, congratulations to you for getting your contractor's license, brother. I'm so proud of you. East Bay's very own. Now, when he made the joke, Will laughed. She got mad. Then Will proceeded to go upstairs and slap the man, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all of, he wouldn't have slapped Chris Rock if it would have been The Rock or somebody like that, because I don't really care about that. I want to go back to Jada. Now, as a woman, you kind of know when your man is getting ready to do something that, let's say, is not too bright or something that you don't think he should be doing. I have a problem with the fact that she allowed, with quotes, putting allow on quotes, she allowed him to do that. I got a problem with the fact that she didn't stop him from going on stage, because there is no reason for him to be going on stage at any moment. Why would you just sit there and watch your husband go on stage? Like, unless you with the foolishness. Like, unless you knew he was going to go up there and do something stupid and your toxic self wanted him to. That's my only logic that I can think of. So I got issues with her for that. Because if you really, really care, when you care about somebody, you don't let them do stupid things. Like, we be at the bar. I done had too many, and I ordered another one. My wife looked at the bartender and say, hey, no, he done drinking. And I look at the bartender, I say, yep, you know what? I'm not thirsty no more. I'm done drinking. Period. Because when you care about somebody, you care about their well-being, you care about the decisions they make, and you don't want them to make dumb decisions, especially not in front of you. So why would you sit there and allow your spouse to make a dumb decision like that when you could have clearly, Will, if you don't sit your, it ain't, come on now. It ain't like when Jada raised her voice, Will don't snap at attention. Like, come on, y'all. That's kind of obvious. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know that when Will don't do what he's supposed to do, Jada has a whip that she cracks. She probably got one of them silent, you know, them dogs, you got them silent things that, like a whistle. She probably got a whistle that she can do that only Will can hear, that she used to keep him in check. So that part right there is the second issue that I have. Then you go through it. I don't have an issue with Chris Rock defending himself. I understand the gravity of the situation. I understand why he didn't put up a fight. I understand the Will Packard aspect of it. I understand the black people fighting in front of white people aspect, which I really don't care about. Black people fighting in front of white people. We've been fighting in front of black people fighting in front of white people since we got free from white people. We've been fighting in front of white people, so I don't care about that. Hell, we fight in front of white people every day now on social media, so that to me is foolery. The toxicity of Jada is the main issue. So, but I'm getting into the bigger point, what I want to really talk about. So now here we are, a year later. Chris Rock does his special. I have no issue with Chris Rock going in the way he did. You can never tell nobody how to heal, and you can't tell nobody how long it takes to heal. I like to tell people, if you break a pinky, it might take you 6 weeks to heal. If you tear your ACL, you out for 6 months to a year. So depending on the kind of pain and trauma that you suffered is how long it's going to take you to heal, and the kind of rehabilitation that you might need to go through. The same healing don't work for everybody. So whatever healing Chris Rock had to do to get where he is at now, that's him. And his retaliation is what I want to focus on. Chris Rock decided to go all the way in. I mean, he went rapper in. I ain't heard the B word so many times and directed at two people outside of a rap song. I don't think ever in life he called them everything but a child of God and a pastor. And that leads me to my main point of bringing this all up is for the word forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that we talk about, but we don't get into heavily about. Chris Rock had an opportunity to get revenge or to offer grace. He had an opportunity, I'm going to say it again, to get revenge or offer grace and forgiveness. And there are a lot of people that said, I heard Stephen A. Smith say this, what Chris Rock did, what Will Smith did to Chris Rock is unforgivable. Nah, I can't agree with you on that one, brother. I mean, nah, I can't agree with you on that. I can think of a lot of things that have happened to other people that we would consider more unforgivable than getting slapped on stage. No, but when you have the opportunity to grant someone grace, when you have the opportunity to grant someone forgiveness, especially when it is something that you've already gotten past, especially when it is something that you have done your own work and you've prayed the prayers, you've had the conversations, and now you got an opportunity to stand up and provide an example for grace. And I'm no minister. I'm just somebody who done been through some stuff and know what it's like to be offered some mercy and some grace and some forgiveness. That's my only issue with Chris Rock, if I dare say it's an issue. He had an opportunity to offer and show the world grace and mercy at the end of his comedy special, and he did not do that, and that hurt me a little bit because that's what I think would have cemented that whole situation full circle as to show had Chris Rock handled something the epitome of how we would like something to be handled. If he would have got up there and said, y'all know what happened, Chris Rock did this, Will Smith did this, and y'all saw the reaction, and let me take a step away from the comedy side and just say this. Will, I forgive you. Jada, I forgive you. That's all he had to say. He could have went in. He could have went in. Because I'm still trying to understand grace and forgiveness. But I know an opportunity for it when I see it. And that was definitely an opportunity where he could have taken the high road. They once told me, he who knows the high road must take it. And I know Chris knows the high road because obviously he took it when he slapped him on stage. So clearly he knows what the high road and what forgiveness and what grace would look like at that very moment. And you had a year to plan for your special, and you took a year to decide to just be as bad as Will. In my eyes, I mean, you took a year to stand there and call his wife out her name and call him out his name. And now it's like, what did you really gain from that, though, Chris? Like, I get why you did it, but what did you gain from cussing out Jada, calling her a B, and cussing out Will and calling him all these names? And yeah, your feelings was hurt. We got that. Your face hurt. We got that too. But ain't that the point of when we're supposed to offer grace? Ain't that the point when we're supposed to offer forgiveness? Like, at your worst moment, that's when you're supposed to. Again, I'm not godly, but when Jesus asked the Father for forgiveness, where was he at? He was on the cross. He wasn't on a stage. He didn't get slapped. He was on the cross, and he still asked for forgiveness. So that's my only take on that whole situation. That's what I walked away with. We got to learn to practice forgiveness, y'all. We got to learn to practice grace. I got some more things I want to talk about coming back on the other side. Y'all don't go nowhere. This your boy, DJ Dollar.